Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. Today I want to talk about how to get your ex to respond to you if you break no contact. If you've been following me, then you know you're not supposed to break no contact. But I know you guys. You're not going to be able to do it a lot of the times, or some of the time. Let's be optimistic here. And you are going to break no contact. So, if you're going to play in the street, at least let me give you some tips on how not to get run over, right? So I'm going to give you an example of something that happened recently with me, and that is that I went to a website to sign up to post an ad for something, and they said the ad was free. Great. So I went through the sign-up process, my email, phone number, blah, 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 placed the ad. I get to the end, they're like, oh, yeah, no, it's not a free ad. This needs to be sponsored. And so I thought, well, this isn't what I signed up for. So I just walked away. I left. So this would be like when someone breaks up with you because the relationship ended up being something that they did not sign up for. So they leave, right? Or they break up with you. And so immediately the emails start. I got one that day from them saying, you didn't finish signing up, you didn't finish the process. And as soon as I saw who it was in the subject line, I just ignored it. Next day, 2 more emails. Again, I didn't open them. I saw the subject line, ignored them. So this would be like you trying to get a hold of your ex, and they're ignoring your messages, your texts, your phone calls, your voicemails, whatever. They are not responding because they know that you want to get back together and they don't, so they are not responding. So then on the 3rd day, they called. And they caught me at a good moment because I had given my landline, and if I'm not home, obviously I can't answer, right? So I happened to be home, I happened to be near the phone, and I happened to not be busy. So I saw that it was them. All right, I thought, fine, let me see what they want. And I answered, but I had an attitude. And so I go, hello. Usually I'm a little more chipper when I answer the phone. It's more like, hello. This time it was like, hello. It's like, what do you want? What do you want? You fooled me. You said I didn't have to pay, and you lied. So what do you want? And so she says, well, we saw that you didn't finish your profile, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah, I thought it was free, and I don't want to pay for the ad. And she goes, oh, you don't have to. I can turn it into a free ad. You just need to verify your email. Well, suddenly my attitude changed. I'm like, oh, well, in that case, sign me up. And that was it. Problem solved. So because she gave me what I originally wanted, now I was happy to continue on. So, to pick up the relationship from where I had left it, right? Now, I don't want you to think that I mean that if your ex wanted something and you didn't give it to them, i.e., a certain type of sex. Let's say they wanted to do a threesome and you didn't want to do it, so they left, and now you're thinking that I'm saying, oh, well, then I should just agree to the threesome and then we can get back together. I know it's an extreme example, but no, that's not what I mean. What I mean is that usually when you're contacting your ex, if they've broken up with you, you're doing it from a place of neediness, and you're just focused on what you want and on how bad you feel. But that's not how you get people to do what you want. Imagine if she had called up and she hadn't said that the ad was free, and instead she said, what happened? Why didn't you want to continue with your ad? We would love to have you on our site. We'd really love to have you on our site. Please come back. She would just be focusing on getting what she wanted, and she wouldn't have gotten it because I would have said, no, that's not what I want. Goodbye. But instead, she knew what I wanted. I'm assuming she did. And she gave me what I wanted. So you need to sell yourself. And when you're trying to sell yourself in any type of relationship, even especially a business relationship, the rule is you first give people what they want, and then they will give you what you want. You can't just be thinking about what's in it for you. That's why a lot of salespeople, when they call you up and right away, they're going to try to sell you something. They sound fake, and they're just focused on what they want. And that's why they don't succeed, instead of thinking, well, what does this person want? And so if you're going to call your ex, you better have a damn good reason. What good reason could you have for contacting them that they would be happy to have heard from you? They will be happy to talk to you. It's not always easy to come up with something, but if you just call up from your point of view of being insecure and needy and being upset, they don't care. As harsh as it may sound, they don't care. Everyone is selfishly oriented. They worry about themselves first. And so if you did not give them what they wanted originally, and now you're contacting them and you're still not giving them what they want, meaning, you lied, so they want to hear the truth, or there can be a million examples, and I don't need to go through them, then they're not going to want to talk to you as much as you think that they should. And your begging and crying is not going to do anything but push them further away. So if you're going to break no contact, and I hope you don't, just make sure you have a good reason. So if you have any questions or comments about this, or if you're interested in private coaching with me, you can contact me at the website, theartoflove.net. If you're listening to this on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, please subscribe. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.